So, have any of you had any problems with your old phone? Any at all? And then, I'm here to tell you why you should upgrade to the iPhone 4, which is much more advanced than any other phone out there today. The ways it could help you are it could stop you from being lonely, if you feel out of date, or you could upgrade to a new phone. One question, why shouldn't you feel a sense of comfort around people? Which brings me to my first example of belonging to different atmospheres like schools, businesses, just walking down the street in parks, walking your dog, any of those. This is an example because the iPhone sold 3 million phones in 3 months, which this is the iPhone 3G, which is the older version of this. And it's not the majority of the phones out there, but for example, there's 3 people in this class that have the iPhone 3G and 2 that have the iPhone 4, which is the majority of the class have iPhone. And it helps you with loneliness, so you don't feel depressed or have any other issues. And it's a conversation starter, if anything. And if you're trying to deal with the out-of-dateness, if you have like a Motorola, just like an old phone. The iPhone 3G came out 2.5 years ago, if anybody has that, which is out of date, and since then they have made some vast improvements to technology since 2.5 years ago. Sample about different phones that you might have problems with is, have you ever had a phone that's too slow on the internet, slow internet, poor resolution, which avoided you to see something like a number that you really wanted to see, like you're watching a show on your phone and you're watching like a football and they have the jersey numbers, you just can't see it because it's too blurry. And if you ever wanted to take a picture in the dark and you just don't have the ability to take it in the dark because there's no flash. So if you ever felt any of these out of date, let me tell you a solution. Then upgrade to the iPhone 4, which is right here. The iPhone 4 improved selling amounts from 3 million, the iPhone 3G, which sold 3 million in 3 months, the iPhone 4 sold 3 million in 3 weeks, which is huge. And this creates loneliness because that means more people have the phone since they just bought it. And something to help with loneliness are the face-to-face is a new app called FaceTime, which is a face-to-face conversation with another person. So if you're out of town or if maybe it snowed and you can't get back home and you're missing your kid or you're missing your loved one, you could just get them up on the phone and you could just have a face-to-face conversation like that, see how they're doing, see where they are. And it also helps conversations. If you're in an airport and you're bored, you have to sleep there because you have no hotel, then the person next to you has an iPhone. You could just look over to them. You could be like, have you tried this new app? Because I know people ask me about apps all the time. And I know I converse with other people about telling them about my app. And you could also talk about the improvements of the phone, like the quality resolutions, stuff like that. And if you're feeling out of date, there's another solution. Another solution to buying an iPhone is if you're feeling out of date with the resolutions from other phones, which is extremely low, probably 280 to 360, which is the normal of older phones, to 960 by 460, which is the iPhone 4, which is the newest, most highest definition you could buy in any phone. A new flash in the dark, which is in the back, so you never have the inconvenience of not being able to take a photo in the dark. And then also, this has 4 times as much, the internet's 4 times faster on this phone than any other phone, in the iPhone 3G, which is faster than almost every other phone out there. The only thing that comes close is a Droid, which is, it's only 1.5 times faster, but it's still a big difference. So if you're feeling lonely, out of date, then I suggest upgrade to the iPhone 4. It's gotten better. And buying an iPhone 4 is as easy as a caveman. It's so easy a caveman can do it.